Ladies and gentlemen, we have another Sweet Baby Inc. failure. As you guys are aware, I gave you a bit of a warning video a day or two ago talking about Unknown 9 and how the game was about to release and how I thought, the game was going to fail. Obviously, we all knew it was going to fail, but I thought it was going to hit about 600 players. I really thought it was going to hit like 650 around there. That's what I thought it was going to end. I was wrong. The game actually only ended at a little under 300. Now, we have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Sweet Baby Inc. infected Unknown 9 Awakening performs worse than Concord and only manages 169 peak concurrent players. Now, one of these statements is not true anymore. Obviously, as time goes on, news changes, but there is a statement that is true. It did perform worse than Concord at the end of the day. Because if you look at the numbers now on Steam, the peak concurrent as of timing of this filming is only 285 players.
What is that actually happened?
Of course it happened. I think this is a reflection of how
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 285 players have joined the modern audience and decided to play this game. Now, I want you guys to keep a couple of things in mind before we get into the article. Number one, a lot of people playing this game got it for free. I want everybody to understand that. A lot of people playing it got it for free because it came with a GPU for AMD, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, a lot of people got it for free. Also, a lot of people playing this game are streamers, myself included. I was streaming this game, massive numbers. Thank you, everybody who supported the stream. I had, a couple of thousand people watching at any given time, and it was a lot more than clearly people playing this game. So for my, money invested, I saved people, a couple of thousand people, XYZ amount of dollars. I'm happy with that. It's a good decision for me. The game is clearly a massive flop, and we're going to make fun of it. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, what they did to Anya, which is the actress that worked on this game, that you're looking at on the screen right now, the one who played Yennefer in The Witcher, wow, they completely destroyed Anya. They did not. The way she looks right now in this cinematic isn't even that bad. If you look at the game, though, oh my God, the game is terrible. The game literally looks like a PS3, Xbox 360 game, and even if it came out 10 years ago, it would still be dated. I'm not even kidding. Go watch my videos on it or go watch your favorite YouTubers' videos on it. I promise you, the game is trash. Absolutely trash in every single imaginable way. The latest game to have Sweet Baby Inc. consult on Unknown 9 Awakening performed worse than Concord on its release date, only managing to garner a peak concurrent player count, as we saw, of less than 300. SteamDB shows that the game hit an all-time peak of 169 at the time of this article. These numbers are not at all surprising. Craig over at Stuttering Craig and Side Scrollers noted that his retail insider informed him that pre-orders for the game were extraordinarily low. He shared my retail insider who has access to 800 big box stores. Numbers tell me that Unknown 9 Awakening had a total of 46 pre-orders, but 12 were canceled. So actually there were only 34 pre-orders in over 800 stores. Yikes. Now, I'm sure people were canceling because as news was coming out and more gameplay was being shown, they probably realized that it's not exactly the best game to probably pre-order. I don't know what idiot would pre-order Unknown 9 Awakening. Like, who got sold on this idea of this game? I can't even imagine. Even a lot of the modern audience shills are not playing this game. I made a Twitter post and I tagged Mighty Cuck. I tagged Booty Adams. I tagged a bunch of people, Cerberus. I tagged a bunch of people and I'm like, hey, man, this game was made for you. Are you playing it? How do you like it? Are you enjoying it so far? How do you like it? And then none of them responded. None of them responded because they don't actually play games. They project themselves onto others. They call us grifters. They call you grifters. But at the end of the day, they don't play games. And the games they do play are the same games that we all play, right? We all play the games, the fun games, the games that are actually made for gamers. They don't play the modern audience games, the games that are made for them, but they sure as fuck use those games to shill on Twitter to make themselves look morally just. But at the end of the day, they don't actually partake in the activity that's being sold to them. Not only are gamers not playing the game, but those that did who play it are not impressed at all, as the game has mostly negative reviews on Steam, which I also left a review finally on Steam after I played the game for like 7 hours or so. I left a nice review on it. Hounds on Steam wrote, I didn't even know this game was a thing, and honestly, it should have stayed that way. The faces are clunky, the enemies just stiff up and fall like figurines when defeated. He continued, ran okay, but during transitions, game almost blew itself up. Honestly, the game feels and looks like it's mid-development with no polish. Should have cooked for at least another year. Save your money. This sucks. And he got the product for free. He got the product for free, boys. Again, I want to reiterate a couple things about this game, okay? Because, again, people are trying to pretend like I don't play games. Let's make something very clear. The game's gameplay is terrible, okay? The gameplay loop is garbage. The graphics are garbage. The environments look muddy and literally garbage. I'm not kidding. The animations, terrible. Like, I don't know why Anya's character is so stiff in her face, but she literally looks like she's gritting her teeth. She can't stop gritting her teeth. All you see is these massive pearly whites nonstop as she speaks, but she doesn't actually open her mouth very much when she speaks. It just grits her teeth, and all the characters do it. But you just see Anya's character more, obviously, but all the characters do it. It's the weirdest thing. Assassin's Creed Black Flag looks better than this game. I'm telling you, it is pathetic that they are trying to call this a modern game. This game belongs decades ago, and even then, it would still be outdated. I'm not kidding. Not only that, the combat is ungodly easy. You have no idea how pathetically easy. They show you all these skills and tricks and everything you can use to combat. I did none of it. All I did was run in there and beat people up. That's it. I used the same melee skills that I had since the beginning of the game. I didn't even use the skill tree until later on in the game when I realized there was one because I totally bypassed it in the opening tutorial. So this game is an absolute trash fire, and yet none of the modern audience people are playing it or showcasing it on their social medias. I wonder why that is. This person wrote, wow, just wow, I got this game for free with an AMD GPU. Okay, there you go. So I was right. And even then, I feel like I want a game refund. The combat feels like it's from 2005. It does, as well as lack of facial expressions. The eyes just stare straight ahead, and it is quite disturbing. He added, the combat is woeful, just dodge and hit. Stealth works the best, but it rarely stays that way. Exactly. Like I said, I didn't even bother with stealth. Just go straight up with the combat because that's all you need. Just fisticuffs. She is OP as hell. She is a Mary Sue character, OP as hell from the beginning of the game. Even when she's trying to find herself throughout the game, it doesn't matter. She's OP from the get-go. It says Rain also shared, this is a mess. Combat is dated. Animations are strange in spots. As usual, they hired an attractive model for the face, then butchered her because being pretty is wrong now. The eyes were dead like a shark. I agree with that. They didn't even look in the right direction during scenes. They sure as hell didn't. I could write a long review explaining everything, but I won't waste my time. It's already failing, but if you need one main cause, I will say this. Sweet Baby Inc. was involved, he added. Rain concluded it actually looked interesting, so it's a shame. Luckily, I got it free from AMD. Who locks a game at 85 FPS? The game was confirmed to have been worked on by Sweet Baby Inc. by the Shorty Awards. An entry for the game listed Sweet Baby Inc. co-founders David Bedard and Kim Belair in the game's credits. Bedard is credited as the brand content manager at Reflector Entertainment, while Belair is credited as story architect at Sweet Baby Inc. I want you guys to understand something. This is their first game. This is their first game, and it will be their last game. I'm pretty sure. If you look here, let's see if we can click the company. Reflector Entertainment. Again, this is their first game. It's their only game that they've ever released. This company's cooked. It's cooked. There's no way they're going to recover from this. This game is an absolute trash fire. And I'm telling you right now, it's just another example of what happens when people over at Sweet Baby Inc. are involved with a video game to a mass appeal, right? Like what they do is the more SBI is involved, the worse the game is, right? We have seen games that has SBI supposedly involved, but you could really tell they didn't do much. You could tell they were kind of like shunned most of the time. This game, you can clearly tell they had a lot to do with the development of this game's narrative, and it's fucking terrible. The development of this game's characters, and they're so terrible. The main villain is a white guy that looks like Peterson. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.